In this photo, a group of friends are taking a cheerful outdoor selfie. They appear to be on a hiking trail surrounded by green trees and nature. The people are dressed casually in jackets and warm clothing, suggesting cool weather. Everyone is smiling, and the mood looks happy and relaxed. In the front, 3 women are closest to the camera. One of them is wearing a pink and grey knitted hat. Behind them, 2 men are smiling, and one of them is making a peace sign with his hand. There are also a few more people walking further back along the path. The second image is a closer crop of 2 women from the group. They are smiling warmly at the camera, showing a friendly and joyful atmosphere. Overall, the photo shows friendship, positivity, and a fun moment during an outdoor trip. In this image, we see a dark forest road at night. The path is covered with fallen leaves and surrounded by tall trees on both sides. A wooden fence runs along the left and right edges of the road. The scene is illuminated by strong front lighting, likely from car headlights, which creates long shadows and a bright center with very dark surroundings. On the right side of the road, between the trees and near the fence, there appears to be a pale, human-like figure. It looks semi-transparent, with a faint white or grey shape resembling a person standing upright. The figure seems to have a head and upper body outline, but the details are blurred and unclear. This is an old black and white photograph, likely taken in the early 20th century. 3 women are having tea in a garden. 2 of them are seated at a small table covered with a lace tablecloth, while the third woman stands behind them. On the table there is a teapot, cups, and what appears to be a sugar bowl. The women are dressed in long skirts and high-collared blouses typical of that era. Dense bushes form a dark background, giving the scene a calm yet slightly mysterious atmosphere. At the bottom left of the image, there appears to be the blurred shape of a dog. Because of the motion blur and the faded quality of the old photograph, the animal looks almost ghost-like, like a transparent ghost dog, passing through the frame. This effect was most likely caused by the dog moving during the long exposure time, which was common in early photography, but visually it adds an eerie touch to an otherwise peaceful tea scene. This photo is in black and white and looks mysterious and slightly eerie. It shows the outside of an old building with textured walls and several tall windows. The windows have a diamond pattern design on the glass, which makes the building look historical or medieval. In front of the building, there is a dark wooden fence with decorative shapes cut into it. Snow covers the ground, and it seems to be winter. On the wall near the windows, there are what look like mounted antlers, adding to the old-fashioned atmosphere. On the right side of the image, there appears to be a faint, ghost-like figure. The shape looks like a person in a long dress or cloak, but it is blurry and transparent, almost blending into the wall. This gives the photo a supernatural or haunted feeling. This is an old black and white photograph that looks aged and slightly damaged, with visible dust and scratches on the surface. In the image, there is an elderly man sitting on the left and an elderly woman sitting on the right. Both are dressed in formal, old-fashioned clothing. The man is wearing a dark suit with a tie and has a serious expression. The woman is wearing a long dress and appears calm, with her hands resting in her lap. Behind them, there is a strange, unsettling figure. It looks like a pale person with a thin face and dark eyes, leaning forward between the 2 seated people. The figure is covered in a dark cloth or veil that drapes down around it, making it appear taller and more shadowy. Its expression is intense and eerie, and it seems to be staring directly at the camera. The background is completely dark, which makes the 3 figures stand out strongly. The overall mood of the photograph feels mysterious and disturbing, almost like something supernatural or staged for a horror effect. This is a black and white photograph that looks old, possibly from the mid-20th century. In the picture, 4 people are sitting around a table inside a house. There are 2 women and 2 young boys. The older woman is sitting in the middle, and next to her is a smiling boy. On the right side, a younger woman is holding another small boy on her lap. They are all facing the camera. The table in front of them is covered with a patterned tablecloth. On the left side of the table, there are several tall candles placed in a candle holder. There is also a teapot and some cups, suggesting they might be having tea or a family gathering. On the left side of the image, near the curtain, there is a dark, shadowy shape on the wall. The shadow has an unusual outline that almost looks like a head or a figure, which makes the photo feel mysterious or unsettling. The rest of the background is simple, with a curtain behind the family. Overall, it looks like a normal family photo at first, but the strange shadow on the wall gives it a slightly eerie atmosphere. This is a black and white photograph that looks old and slightly grainy. It shows part of a house interior, focusing on a staircase railing in the foreground. The railing has vertical bars and a curved wooden handrail. In the background, there is an open doorway leading into a dark room. The room behind the door appears unlit, making it hard to see clearly inside. On the wall to the right of the doorway, there is a framed picture that seems to show a person's face. On the left side of the image, near the staircase, there is a shadowy figure partially visible. The figure appears to be peeking from behind the railing. The most noticeable detail is the bright reflection in its eyes, which stand out strongly against the darkness. The rest of the figure blends into the shadows, making it look mysterious and unsettling. Overall, the photo gives a tense and eerie feeling because of the dark background and the hidden figure watching from the staircase.